Hello everyone, welcome to my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to share my knowledge and experience about complete Foundry guide and tips for you and for your alliance. So let's start with this. So there are two parts. You need to know how to win as a legion and how to play individually as a part of your team. So number one, there are a lot of ways to increase your chances of winning the Foundry event together with your alliance. Number one, only register alliance members for your Foundry event who are really sure to participate in specific legion, because it is really important to reduce the difficulty of your matchmaking, and this will surely increase your chances of winning, because matchmaking of Foundry is mainly dependent on the average power level of the registered participants. You don't need to register full 30 members to each legion without actual participation. You only need minimum 15 registered participants to play the Foundry event. For example, if you register your big whale or big spender who cannot actually participate, your matchmaking will be a lot difficult and you will be matched with stronger alliance and very likely to lose the event or struggle to win it. Instead, even if a small power player from your alliance, if he is sure to participate during the event, he will be more useful for your legion and for your team. Number two, you need a good strategist with good leadership skills in each legion who can call the shots for your team depending on the unexpected situations that you may encounter. Number three, you need at least one big guy or powerhouse strategically in each legion, and I recommend you to register the biggest whale, especially in Legion 1, and the second strongest in Legion 2. Generally, the more powerhouses participating in your legion who are actually actively participating, the more chances of winning for your legion. Number four, Foundry is a team event, and the teamwork and communication is a real crucial factor. So you need to form small groups of teams, each led by a strongest guy in each team for taking and holding down important and strategic buildings in Foundry. Number five, you need to use counter recon, anti-scout function, and path battle skills. As a free-to-play player or low spender, just bare minimum before entering the battlefield. I do not recommend using 10% gem buffs for free-to-play players and low spenders. However, for powerhouse levels like whales and big spenders of your alliance, they should at least use 10% gem buffs with 2000 gems each, or 20% gem buffs will be necessary. Number 6. During the first phase of the Foundry, the first 15 minutes, the most important building is the transit station. You need to assign your big whales team to hold down the transit station for your alliance for the first 15 minutes to reduce the teleport cooldowns to 5 minutes. After that, as soon as the battle starts, you need to get the first control points of as many buildings you can with your small groups of team, and you should prioritize the buildings that gives more fast control points in general, like prototypes and rebel facilities. Number 8. You should prioritize targeting and banning weaker cities to reduce the overall enemy forces individually or with team during the first 15 minutes before the Imperial Foundry opens. Banning and targeting these small cities is not only helpful for your team, but also let you get more personal arsenal points to overpass the 180k personal points for your maximum possible rewards from Foundry event. Number 9. You should always reinforce the Alliance occupied buildings that are strategically important and gives more points per minute. These buildings may include transit station during the first 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, Middle Imperial Foundry and Munition Warehouse and Prototypes buildings at least. And another important thing to take note is, whenever you TP, your squads all follow you, so you need to reinforce back the buildings occupied by your alliance with defense squad properly after every TP. And after that, you should always scout and target the enemy alliance weakly garrisoned building with decent accumulated points so that you can knock them out and collect the scattered loot around the building. During the second phase, especially after 15 minutes timer, your strongest big guy teams need to TP to the Middle Imperial Foundry and take the first control points of Imperial Foundry for the team. At the same time, the second strongest should TP to the Munition Warehouse and take control of the Munition Warehouse until the end of the battle. At least 5 to 6 members of the Alliance must reinforce the Middle Imperial Foundry and the Munition Warehouse after 15 minutes until the end of the battle with a proper defensive squad, preferably Patrick or Saji squad. After that, if at this stage, if your alliance will probably have advantages in points over enemy alliance if you follow my tips and guides properly. So you can start forgetting about holding transit stations after 30 minutes timer and prioritize taking and holding down the buildings that give you more points per minute, such as Imperial Middle Foundry, 2 prototypes, and 2 rebel facilities. You can also start rallies to these important buildings from the middle led by your powerhouse players rather than trying to solo the enemy's heavily garrisoned building. After that, you should always communicate in the Foundry chat and check out the next general plan and text. Read the text properly, planned by your team strategist, and always be careful and be wary of the enemy big guy or stronger guys trying to ban your city and force your TP. If your city is burned, you should always extinguish the fire with 100 gems so that your city do not TP back into the safe zone. If the big guys attack you, you can also avoid them by using TPs, or you can move your troops out of your city and let your city burn so that your troops are not injured. Never ever try to receive the attack of the enemy big guys even if you have tens of troops. In Foundry, mercenary camp is not important strategically. Whether you hold mercenary camp or not, they will attack the Middle Imperial Foundry at some interval. So do not waste your alliance strength and troops for holding mercenary camp. The smaller players who don't have enough troops inside their cities can also stay inside the safe zone and reinforce defensive squads to the alliance occupied buildings from the safe zone. Don't forget to use the free 25% margin speedups whenever you reinforce to your long-distance buildings. So that's the overall tips and guides how you need to play as a team and how to win as a legion for Foundry event. Now, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how to get maximum Foundry tokens from Foundry event. You need to fulfill two criteria for maximum rewards from Foundry event. The first one is your alliance need to win the Foundry battle. It's the most important factor because winning alliance gets a lot more Foundry tokens than the losing alliance. No matter how much you get, many arsenal points are not. And the second criteria is you need to get personal arsenal points over 180k points. So if you can fulfill these two criteria, you will get maximum benefits from every Foundry event. So let's talk about the tricks to get over 180k personal arsenal points. In order to get the maximum personal arsenal points, you should always save at least 2 to 3 days worth of healing speed ups, the more the better, and you should at least save 6 to 7 extra advanced teleporters for dealing with unexpected situations. And you should always target smaller and weaker players and attack their cities, because attacking gives more personal points than defending in general. But be careful, you should always count the number of troops inside their cities first before blindly attacking and banning them. Because at the same stats level, if they have a lot of troops inside the city, you may suffer a lot of injuries if you attack without scouting. If you have over 1 million troops inside your city with enough healing speed ups, you can also try to bait the same level enemies or weaker enemies into attacking your city for more points, as well as to reduce their troops and forces. And after that, you can always scout and target the weakly garrison enemy or no garrison enemy occupied buildings and gather the scattered loot very quickly with your maximum available marches. And as usual, you should always use counter recon or anti-scout function in your city bonus with 400 gems and bat battle skates before entering the battlefield. Always avoid the enemy big guy attacks to your city by using advanced TP or by moving your troops out of your city. If you have no more troops and no more healing speed ups, you can leave the battlefield of the Foundry for full 12 minutes and then re-enter the battlefield with fully healed troops after 12 minutes. Alright, best of luck in your Foundry battle following these tips and guides for Foundry. I really hope that my guide will be very helpful for all person playing Whiteout Survival Foundry event. If you think my guide videos and explanation video is very helpful and informative, please don't forget to like and comment and also subscribe to my channel for more valuable content and informative content. Thank you so much guys. Bye!